Hey guys, so did anybody notice how beautiful of a day it was today? How blue the skies were, how green the grass was? What if you couldn't see how beautiful it was today? What if you didn't have the vision to be able to enjoy your everyday life and be able to enjoy God's creation around us? A lot of people can't, whether it's because of their cataracts, glaucoma, or other refractive errors that they might have. A lot of people can't enjoy the things that we do. You know, you might remember from my introductory speech that I am a technician and a LASIK coordinator at Wallace Eye Surgery here in town. And I do a lot with patients who have trouble seeing things, who sometimes can't even see your fingers moving in front of them. They can't enjoy the beautiful things in the world like we can. And so we, a lot of times, take the things that we see and the things that we can enjoy for granted with our vision. And today I just kind of want to give you a little insight on a couple of different reasons why we might not be able to see as crisp and clear and as perfect as some other people. And just a little bit more about refractive error. So I'm going to go over just a few of them. Farsightedness, nearsightedness, and astigmatism. The first one I'm going to go over is farsightedness. Farsightedness is when you can see clearly in the distance, but up close, you have a little trouble seeing. You can see the TV that you want to watch, but you can't really see the book that you're trying to read. This happens because, you know, a normal eye, the focal point and the focus point where the light hits is right on the back of the retina. But I'm going to show you in this picture that when you're farsighted, that focal point is past the retina because your eye is too short when you're farsighted. So that allows you to see the things in the distance, but when you look at something up close, that light reflects and wants to reflect past that retina point, which causes it to be blurry up close. That's called hyperopic, and it can be fixed with glasses or contacts. A lot of people with this wear some over-the-counter readers, and those lenses are convex, which kind of resemble this right here. And that's how you would fix farsightedness with glasses. The next refractive error there is nearsightedness. And nearsightedness affects more people than farsightedness does. Nearsightedness, according to the Optometric American Association, it's American Optometric Association, affects 30% of Americans. And farsightedness, according to the National Eye Institute, only affects 10% of Americans. So nearsightedness is something we see a lot more often. And what nearsightedness is when you can't see the distance, but you can see up close. So in this case, you can't see the TV, but you can see up close to read. And that's because compared to a normal eye, with nearsightedness, your eye is a little bit longer than normal. So that focal point that we talked about where the light hits doesn't reach the retina. You can tell right here it doesn't show where it hits the back of the eye where the retina is located. It kind of hits right here in front of it, so it makes all the things in the distance look a little blurred to those of us that are nearsighted. I'm nearsighted, and so I have to wear my glasses to be able to see the TV and things far out. But if I wanted to read or something, I could take my glasses off and I could see it perfectly clear in front of me. But that's because my eye's a little bit longer than the normal eye, and so light has the problem of getting all the way to the back of my retina, and so I use my glasses, which are concaved, which resemble this picture right here, to help that light focus to the back of my retina and make it all the way to the back of my eye, like shown in this picture. Another refractive error there is astigmatism. And astigmatism is a little different. It's not necessarily the shape or the width of your eye, it's more of the shape of your cornea and your lens. Your cornea and your lens, and I'll show you in this picture, in a normal eye is curved just like this. With astigmatism, that might be a little irregular shaped. It might not look exactly like that picture does, which can cause images to be blurred, just like if you were nearsighted or farsighted. And you can have astigmatism along with nearsighted and farsightedness. but you can't have both farsighted and nearsighted. You're usually either one or the other. And then with astigmatism, nearsightedness, farsightedness, all that affects about 50% of our population. That doesn't include cataracts, glaucoma, macular degeneration, and all other sorts of eye diseases that people have that affect over 50 to 60% of our population. So vision is something we definitely take for granted because we can see everything, but not everybody can see as well as we do. I see patients every day at our clinic that can't see their grandbabies' faces or can't see my hand waving in front of them whenever I try to check their vision. It's something we take for granted, and I don't think we should. So I just kind of wanted to give you all a little information about it, and there are ways to fix it. You can fix either one, nearsighted or farsightedness, with glasses or contact lenses. That's how most people do fix their refractive errors. Bless you.
Excuse me.
There are other ways to fix these things, like PRK, which is a refractive surgery, or even LASIK, which is what I help with. These are both very minor, very easy surgeries, but make a world of a difference to somebody who can't see anything. I don't know how many stories I've heard about how people came in, could not see anything in their distance vision, but as soon as they had LASIK done, they're just amazed and wowed by the results. So it's definitely the near side and the far side is something you can fix and that you can correct, but we do take it for granted. So, thank y'all.
How long is that today?
Hey.